Captain's Vlog, Earth date 2017-0118. Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield, and I just wanted to kind of sit down and collect my thoughts on kind of how 2016 went and some stuff that I've got planned for this year. This is a video that I've been wanting to sit down and do for like the majority of this month. I know we're getting on like towards February now, but yeah, I've wanted to sit down and kind of like reflect on last year and kind of go over some stuff that I want to try and aim for with this year. So bear with me for a little while I just kind of rattle off some thoughts. I have written some stuff down, but 2016 like really went quite well. I started to get serious with the channel at the start of the year. I set myself a schedule of 3 Let's Plays a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and trying to maintain a metal cover a month. That got maintained really fairly well, I think, up until April. I think it was April anyway. That was when I put out my Star Trek Voyager cover, and that was the first kind of real serious boost that the channel saw, which was bloody awesome. It was absolutely fantastic. That thing exploded. And like boosted the channel from about 35 subscribers up to well over 100, and that was just phenomenal. And like from that point onwards, I started doing the 5 Let's Plays a week, Monday through Friday, and trying to maintain a metal cover a month. I think I did slip at one point with the metal covers. The Stargate SG-1 cover was the one that kind of pulled me out of a bit of a musical rut with that. And since then, it's just been plain sailing. It's been really good fun, and I'm absolutely loving where things are going now. Obviously, the bloody explosion from the Next Gen First Contact cover is still absolutely fantastic, and like something like 91,000 views since November. Still can't quite process it. It's absolutely insane. But I've still just been wanting to work on more music covers and stuff, and I'm trying to work out stuff for the year. I'm trying to incorporate some of the requests that people have been making on YouTube as well, and trying to branch out into more stuff as far as game franchises go, because I feel like I've been doing a lot of TV and movie stuff, and I want to try and have a look a bit more at some video game soundtracks and stuff. So things are looking up from 2016, going into 2017, everything's bloody fantastic. The channel surpassed 800 subscribers, which, like I said in like the kind of the last vlog that I did, that by Christmas I was hoping to have hit 250. So to be halfway through January and be at 800 is just absolutely phenomenal, and I am immensely grateful to everyone who has come along to the channel. You are all immensely welcome, and I could not be happier to have you here. But for oh, what else has happened recently? The Sonic the Hedgehog medley and my cover of Chocolate Rain both surpassed 1,000 views. I shared the cover of Chocolate Rain on Twitter, like celebrating it passing 1,000 views, and Tayzonde himself retweeted it and said that he loved it, and that just made my day. That was last night, and I was just sitting there like looking at my phone grinning for about half an hour. So yeah, 2017 is already looking really quite good, and I have some plans for what I want to do with the future, so let's get on that. As far as kind of like subscriber growth goes, I mean, I'm not kind of jumping at the gate to try and get as many people subscribing to the channel as possible. Obviously, I would love to see more growth. My birthday is coming up at the start of March, and I would love to be able to hit 1,000 subscribers by my birthday, which, again, it's not an expectation, it's a hope, and if it does happen, fantastic. If it doesn't, then it's going to come along whenever it comes along, so I really don't mind. By the end of the year, I would like to maybe see, you know, again, this isn't an expectation or anything, but I would like to see maybe 2,000 to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And who knows whether or not we'll make it. And I'm just hoping the channel continues to do as well as it has been doing, really. with regards to like my input on the channel, I am hoping to at the moment I'm in a position where I'm spending a lot of time away from home, and pretty much all of my kind of actual content creation gets done in the space of a couple of days. It's all like kind of batch recording on the Let's Plays and using rendering and processing times on all of the videos for working on music and kind of like recording the music videos and all that sort of stuff. But I'm hoping to try and be in a position sometime in the next couple of months where I can dedicate more time to the channel. With that in mind, I want to increase the amount of content that I'm going to be putting out. At first, I want to start putting out one video a day, so that's going to be like a Let's Play Monday through Sunday, most likely. Maybe try and be a little more regular with vlogs. I'm not entirely sure on that. It depends on whether I've got anything interesting to talk about, I suppose. After that, I would like to try and kind of push for maybe 2 Let's Plays a day, so it'll be looking at 14 a week. So I mean, fingers crossed that's going to go well. I mean, the amount of Let's Play content that I can do is going to be largely dependent on like what my PC is going to handle, because there's only... I mean, I can look into as many kind of pixelated indie type games that aren't going to be too taxing on my system and do as much as I can with those, and hopefully that will be enough. I mean, like, one of my goals on here is to like get some money together so I can try and save for a new PC, or at the very least maybe even just a little bit of upgrading to try and get this in some slightly better shape. At some point throughout the year as well, I would like to start doing 2 metal covers a month, which I have a specific reason for that, and I'll get down to that in a little bit. I do hope to try and work towards turning this into some sort of career, like kind of even just a kind of part-time thing, if it's something that I can turn into some sort of self-employment. Because people have been coming through on Patreon. The ad revenue is starting to grow month by month. It's starting to be a little bit better, and I'm gonna be talking to some people to see if there's like, because I'm currently on benefits or welfare, so like any money that's coming through from anything like Patreon or ad revenue, none of that's even linked up with my bank yet, so I've not actually earned anything. It's just accumulating in an account. And what I want to do is I want to find out if I can be in the situation that I am and kind of claim this as self-employment and see if there's any kind of financial help that is going to be of worth to me, or see if I'm eligible for anything. So fingers crossed that's going to be an interesting avenue to kind of go down. But the last big thing, another thing I want to try and do this year when I can afford time to do it, and if my PC is going to handle it, is I potentially want to start streaming. Streaming content is something that has caught my eye quite a lot recently, and I've never really looked into it, so it's something that I'm going to like investigate at some point during the year. I don't know if it's going to be on Twitch or YouTube, or if I'm going to try and do both. I don't know. What I might do is maybe stream on Twitch and then like save the footage for YouTube. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes, and you know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, so lastly, I want to talk about Patreon, because last week I made some updates to it. I added in a new reward, and I also introduced... I did like briefly post something up on like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram about it, but I want to implement like a kind of a Starfleet style ranking system. So per pledge there is going to be a rank that will be affiliated with that pledge, and the rewards that come with it. So what I currently have, let me get my list. Okay, so for $1 per month, you will be I will bestow upon you the rank of ensign. That means you can live completely guilt-free if you use an ad blocker, because like $1 a month is more than ad revenue would bring in from your views anyway. And in all video descriptions and the end cards of Let's Plays, you'll get your name credited. Eventually I want to do them by rank, so I can have everybody kind of like sectioned out by, you know, the different ranks. $3 a month will get you the rank of Lieutenant Junior grade and all of the ensign rewards that come with it. And that will get you access to a Patreon exclusive schedule, which I did the first of Sunday just gone. It's going to be a Sunday schedule, and what that will do is it will contain a running order for the week's Let's Plays, as well as talking about what future games are lined up, the release date for the month's metal cover once I know when it's going up, as well as what it's going to be, so you get a little bit of secret news before anybody else does. And it's also going to include plans for future metal tracks, future covers. So what I'm planning for the next month. So you'll get that once a week, every Sunday, and I wasn't expecting the schedule to actually have that much information in it. I was expecting it to just be kind of like a little list, but I was typing this thing out for half an hour, and it ended up being like an essay. So you are actually getting a little bit more than I expected you would be for that. And the last reward that is currently available is $5 per month, and that is the rank of Lieutenant. You get all the previous rewards, and you get access to a Patreon exclusive post that will be released every month in time with the metal cover for that month, and it will include a link to my Dropbox, which will have downloads for the entire selection of all of my metal covers. So even from starting now, if you pledge £5 a month, or $5 a month, sorry, you'll get the entire back catalogue of every metal cover that's been done so far, as well as every single one that comes out in the future. So those are the pledges that I've got sorted out so far, along with the ranks. I do have 2 more that are lined up. For $10 a month, there's the rank of Lieutenant Commander. Again, all the previous rewards. And this is where the 2 metal covers per month thing comes into effect, because you'll get the opportunity to request a metal cover. It will be chosen randomly, and provided there are lots of people who pick this certain pledge, and it will be added to the schedule for metal covers at the earliest opportunity. So if there's a blank slot that hasn't been filled in yet, I'll do my very best to put it in there. Do bear in mind that it's all going to be provided on whether it's within my playing capabilities. I'm not E-Rock, I can't sweep like a motherfucker. A lot of the stuff that I play is the one thing I'm liking about the metal covers is it is giving me an opportunity to push myself even further with my guitar work. But I still consider myself a fairly average guitarist, so if there's I've already had a request for Doom E1M1, and maybe in 20 years when I've had enough time to practice the sweet guitar stuff on that, but you're not getting that anytime soon, mate. So that is going to be a reward that will be available in the future. That's most likely going to happen when I can commit to doing 2 metal covers a month. I don't want to put rewards out on Patreon if I'm not going to be able to commit to them yet. And with that, I'm going to talk about the last one, which is $20 per month, and that is going to give you the rank of Commander, all previous rewards, absolutely everything under the list, and every month that is going to have access to backing tracks and guitar tabs for all of the metal covers that are on the channel. I'm still working on sorting out all of the guitar tabs and some of the backing tracks, because some of the original files have either gone missing or not being saved, so I'm having to kind of pick up the pieces with some of the work. And there's I think the one that's being the biggest issue at the moment is the cover of Chocolate Rain, because I wrote out the rough guitar tab for it, and not even the drums, bass, or most of the orchestra stuff that went into it, I wrote all of that in Cubase, and then the file got deleted because I needed to save hard drive space and I didn't have anywhere to archive it. So I'm going to have to rebuild that from the ground up. But once I'm able to commit to those 2 rewards, they will be available on Patreon. So I'm hoping that there's going to be something there that's going to catch your interest. And if you do come along to Patreon and pledge anything, you are always going to have my utmost thanks, and I'm going to be indebted to you for the rest of my life, really. But with that as well, I'm wanting to do, where's the last little bit of stuff that I wanted to talk about? Another idea that I had in mind with regards to Patreon with regards to the ranking system is I've been thinking of doing something like a kind of a Patreon promotions. So I was thinking of maybe like a monthly video at the end of the month or the start of so for example like the start of February or the end of January, and I will do, it's going to be kind of like a promotion ceremony where I'd like thank everybody by name for their pledges and address them by their new rank within the Meat Shield clan or something. I'm not even sure if clan kind of fits in with this new kind of ranking system. Maybe army, fleet, crew. I don't know. Crew sounds a bit too. Eh. If anybody's got any ideas on what like this kind of conglomerate of people could be called, suggest something in the comments below or something. I don't know. But I think that is everything that I have to talk about for today. This has gone on for a lot longer than I expected. Oh dear. I was expecting this to be a short video. No. Okay. If you have any thoughts or any comments or contributions to anything that's been mentioned in this video, please leave them in the comments below and I will be more than happy to read them and respond in kind. So I'm gonna just say thank you to everyone who has made 2016 such a fantastic year, and to those of you who are still here and going into 2017, I'm really looking forward to seeing what this year is going to bring, and I'm hoping that all of you are going to stick around for the journey. And with that, I think I'm going to leave this video here. Computer, end log.